it's late October, I'm sure you've gotten into that phase already. But how do we start to define this project? You gotta read the rule books, know the rule books, you gotta sleep with the rule books, you have to know everything about the rule books. I've been mentioning about that for almost through the entire presentation, and we cannot stress it enough. That is really what defines your project, and if there's points in there that you are unclear of, you can always send out a clarification email. And after that, you would develop a Gantt chart. How are you going to keep yourself on track for design phase, materials, order, things like that can be out of your control, delivery parts. Like in 2010, for example, or 2011, we had a completely new driveline set up for the UM team, and it took almost 4 months to get differentials shipped out. So things like that may be out of control. So have a Gantt chart, start early with a lot of the things, and keep yourself on track like that. Gantt charts will save the project, can save the project. And then with this Gantt chart, you got to have reasonable and attainable milestones. Don't be overly optimistic about when you're going to get things done. Sit down with the team, understand what the details of that project are, and come up with a reasonable timeline. If you come up with something that you think it's going to take 2 weeks, but in reality it may take 2 months, you got to look at that very closely, because once you miss one deadline, it's very easy to miss the next and the next and the next. So then you're going to get a little bit disappointed, and it might become like a habit after that to just keep missing deadlines the entire time. So be realistic with those milestones. You got to understand your capabilities. You form your team, your organization with a pyramid or stacked type of organization, hopefully, and then you got to understand the capabilities of each player that are helping those systems, subsystems, and management portion of this. And when it comes to technical, you got to know the capabilities in design, manufacturing, simulation. What the capabilities are what is within your team. Don't go on the internet and try to find something that looks really good. It gained a lot of points on the competition, and try to implement that without completely understanding it. You have to have the capabilities in the house, because this is a design competition. You're supposed to learn, you're supposed to do the analysis work, and if it makes sense for your organization, for your team, for your milestones, your goals, then do that within your means. Knowing the project basics. So before and during the project formulation, you have to have some sort of library in your possession that you give out to new members or existing members that may not have gone through all this information. There's plenty of information out there that you can share, you can ask for, and you can get a hold of to keep in your library. Such things are, of course, the rule book. You can have, there's plenty of SAE papers on powertrain, chassis, suspension, dynamics, and there's a lot of literature on team management as well, like Mr. Royce mentioned. And books like Prepare to Win, Film to Win, Engineer to Win by Carol Smith, those are not only technical related, there's also, it teaches you points of how to get to where you want to be. That's management-wise. Prepare to Win, of course, will help you towards that. You got to use the library. You can't just take it, store it, and then never go and look at that again. Once in a while, go look to that. And when you have new members recruiting, because Randy will mention this later, recruiting will be ongoing. So when you get new members interested, give them something in the beginning so they can see what the competition is all about. And all this information that we're presenting today, it will be online. Share this information with them. And workshops is a great point to get something like that. Workshops 101, how to build a frame, right? How to analyze that frame, how to do a simulation with your car sim or CFD, all of that stuff. All workshops, get a computer projector together and show that to the team, run through the tutorial, with everybody. Like I said, you got to start building once you know where you want to be and what type of effort will go, how many members you have to go to that direction, toward that goal. If you don't have a lot of funding or a lot of manpower, adjust the goals accordingly. So you got to be optimistic, but goals that can be achieved. And quantify your goals. That's one of the best ways to keep track of them. You got to have a metric for all these goals. Let's say you want to place top 10. How are you going to achieve that? How are you going to get to that point? Study where you've been, or if you're a brand new team, study the rest of the competition and see how many points it takes to get to that level. And then within your means, again, look at how many points for each static or dynamic event, and look at where your capabilities are, where you can get the most points per dollar and effort spent. So to help with determining the goals, you got to make the comparison. Like I said, even if you've placed first, you can always keep improving. It's a design competition, I mentioned again, and this has to be ongoing. You can't just be satisfied with the status quo or what the past team members built. Analyze all the dynamic events, realize your capabilities again, and based on the experience and the kept records within the team, you have to determine where your efforts are most well utilized. This is a quick chart that all the teams can put together of analyzing how you've performed and place that against other teams' points. It's all on the web. We also have Steve here, a points keeper, that can pass around your past performance this year. So utilize that. That's all data that can be very useful towards having meaningful, quantifiable goals. So you gotta know where you placed, what lessons you learned, and notice the trends, how to make you better. Dearborn, 2005, for example, let me take an example. 2005, that's when the formula team got restarted. And they got restarted with the most basics. A couple of Baja team guys got together and they wanted to get their team started back up. What did they know how to do best? Briggs and Stratton engine, lawnmower engine. What does it run with? CVT. They knew all the systems. They plugged it in, they finished top 30. That's 2005, 2006, did just as well. 2007 had a minor suspension issue, but it was a simple, very effective system. So they started with the basics. They knew those systems. They were within their means and capabilities, extremely cheap, and they were able to succeed with their goals. Same thing in 2008. Changed the motor. It was a brand new motor in the market as well, but stuck with what we knew how to do best, keep the CVT system. So that helped us develop that for 2008, which is the reason why 2008 didn't finish so well, because it was a brand new engine. But if you notice, 2009 and 2010, we had fixed those issues already, partly because in 2009, we went early to competition. We went to the Virginia competition. So you have to strive to get your car done early. The extra month before MIS will make wonders towards tuning your car properly for that more competitive competition. 2011, what happened there? If you look at the cars, 2011 car, it's like, wow, right? How did you guys place even better than 2010? Well, that all comes down to the management of the project, right? You can't only focus on the technical things. Yeah, the car had a new drivetrain that was much more capable, much better braking system. The engine was, the intake was retuned. The suspension was laid out better in the back. So much better. But what happened? The management, you have to keep in track of when you send parts out, communicating with those teams, with those sponsors that are getting your parts done. Let them know when your competition is. You got to get those parts done way in advance so that you're able to win a test. And you cannot resolve, like Matt mentioned, to a star type of organization. One person will not be able to do anything. So you got to be accountable for the members that you select, or your system leaders. They have to be accountable for those roles, and they have to stay on task and not put that pressure solely onto one person. Now to you, I don't have to but again, you gotta just kidding, man. You just gotta study the trends and do the best to get some information out of it, to quantify and to set metrics that are written, and you can follow their cap records, and you will, and anything that's written, like Matt said, it's much more effective, and chances are you will get done more than something that's only implied or not written. And Randy, first year team, plays awesome, right? They had everything straightened out their first year. They focused a lot on the management, creating of the organization. Once you have that set up, and this is just my opinion, but I think this is more of a management type competition. If you're able to manage this correctly, you will be able to succeed and place very well in the competition. You gotta kiss it. You gotta keep it simple, right? I mentioned before, keep it simple, do what you know how to do. You gotta overcome other competitors' budget by just making better decisions. You gotta make the decisions that really matter, that will get you the most points for the amount of money that you have and the time. Also, if you're unsure in your design, you got or on your how it's progressing, or taking a design that's been done by someone else and you don't quite understand it but try to implement it. No, don't do that. Take a couple steps back and understand first what you can do within your means. Don't just copy and paste. That's not what design competition is supposed to be about. There we go. All right. Analyze, research, simulate, all of these. You got to do this with every single one of your systems, subsystems, and individual components. And if you, this will allow the car to get to be lighter, first of all, and you might even realize that you might not need a certain part or a certain system. Why is it even there? How much is it really helping you? You're going to devote 2 or 3 members towards one system that may only that may not even get you any points at all. A system or a part that doesn't exist, it doesn't cost anything, it weighs nothing, and it can't break. So you gotta keep it simple and go towards that methodology. If you don't have a big team that cannot afford to put the effort towards something, that doesn't need to be there. The Dearborn cars you see there, they don't have a sway bar system. It handles well. The system was necessary. The time was spent, and resources and the money, materials were spent somewhere else. So look at the car and what you want to do, and see if it really makes sense for your application and the performance you can get out of it. Use the simulating software to understand what you're doing, so that when you go through interviews, you can tell them exactly what you did. This is how you engineer something. You got to go through all the steps and not just see something underneath it, like I said, and plug and play. You got to grow as an engineer because it's a collegiate design competition. Again, you have to simulate everything like in the real life. And believe me, there's a lot more simulation going on once you get out in the industry. And the tool set SolidWorks, for example, provides where you are the basic ones that will definitely let you know how to begin optimizing your part. No part is optimized. There's always going towards that direction. So start doing that now, and you will be good to go when you get to an interview, for example, and they ask you how did you get to design to a better state. You gotta believe in your design, in the design package. Like I said, it may work well for one team, but if you don't have the analysis done correctly, it may not work as well for you. Don't try to replicate without that research. Base your design choices on the expertise, so within your means, and give credit to your past members. to improve your design, knowing the past that system of the entire car. Okay, ready? Thank you. You guys hear me okay? Yeah. All right, so now that you understand how to establish the team, hopefully some of the key points that Matt did and Roland on the project, what about using your resources? I'm sure each and every one of you know that you are all resources to your team. Everyone needs your input, your help, your suggestions on how to make this project move forward. So with that, your members, faculty, and staff, I don't know how many of you have involved or engaged faculty and staff. You see a show of hands. Okay, all right, not as much as we'd like to see. We're trying to improve that. But they're a huge help, whether it's signing papers or getting people to get into a certain workshop or into the machine shop. Let them understand what it is that you need. I found in our situations, all we did was complain. We never really spoke to them and asked them what it is that we wanted. Your alumni, those like Roland, he's an alumni from here, and then all of us are alumni from this competition. And I'm sure a lot of them are willing to help you with whether it's monetary, mentorship, internships. Make sure you keep in contact with them. And your facilities. Make sure you use them appropriately. Don't go. We have to speak in hours, number of times. I'm not sure. How many of you have to speak into your shop to get stuff done? You guys are break in a couple of times. To make sure that we move forward with the project, but in our situation, it's a little bit different. I had to do a first year team in 2008. Using resources, I know Adam touched about sponsorship. I think collaboration is a huge thing amongst each other. One of the things that I often see is who has a Baja team or multiple collegiate design series teams here. Okay, so a lot of times we'll have Formula guys and the Baja guys bump heads. You guys have the same experience. And we started Formula Hybrid team in 2010, so it was that much harder. But we understood what was important was to work together, to understand that each and every one of us was a resource to one another. Whether it's to teach the Formula Hybrid guys how to build a frame, or design a suspension, or even a powertrain. Make sure you work together. Matt mentioned respect each other's values, whether it's on Baja, Formula, or Hybrid, or whatever other projects you guys have. Here, for example, we had a sponsorship from Las Vegas. We didn't say, all it took was a phone call. All I did was pick up the phone and, hey, you guys need volunteers for an upcoming event. And they did. And so our team went there and volunteered for MotoGP, which is the F1 of motorcycles. And we now have a relationship with them for all of the events that they host. Here, so that's actually UC Davis. Work with your fellow colleges around your area. And we actually called UC Davis to come. We're going to do that out in Las Vegas for the sake of. And it goes hand in hand. When we help them, they help us, whether it's to manufacture something that we can't on our campus, and vice versa. I should put some picture of the Patron grills on our first year car. And we did fundraisers. Your local shops. This is a piece of my heart in San Jose. They allowed us to raise money by posting putting our car there. A certain percentage of the money that we raise, or the people bought food, however much they bought, we get a small percentage back to our competition or our project. And your professional section. This SAE Detroit is the largest one in the country, so this is a great venue for it. So now that you put all this work into the project, you want to make sure all of our work that you guys put into it continues. You really don't want to recommend and hope you don't want it to fade away after you do that. So planning for continuity. I believe Matt mentioned it earlier, this is just open house. Put your projects out there wherever you can. Here we have freshmen come to the shop, we show them our car, have them sit in it, have them see how it feels to be in a form that you might have to start every once in a while. Recruit and retain. It's not only numbers, but it's all those that help you throughout the year. Whether it's new members, alumni, sponsors, faculty and staff, all these are resources and individuals you should recruit and retain throughout the year. There is a poster right here that we made for actually all of our, we did Formula Law and Hybrid, and made the same thing. I put here some
some of the courses that you can actually apply some of the things that you do on Formula SAE, and there are a number of courses that you can do projects on, at least in our curriculum. So these posters and advertising tools and marketing things that Adam mentioned earlier, we brought wherever it is we went. Here you can see the background there in this picture. These are all different venues that these last a lifetime, as long as they don't go away. Make sure these aren't dated, so these will help you improve and maintain. This is how our first year did it, and this is something that you guys might be able to use at your school. Identify those classes that you guys are getting credit for. And if there's not, I'm sure it's something that you can design that will apply. Here we went to the local university, our local elementary, and showcase our part, as well as talk about the course in math and science. Made it fun, made it interactive, and it was very fun. We talked about sports and stuff related, what we do in the formula team, and compared to what sports teams do. There was a college engineering open house. Here we actually used the SAE International Industrial Speaker Series. Have you guys heard of that? You see a show of hands. Wow. So this is actually a resource that you guys should use. It's available on SAE International's website. They have a number of individuals that they fly out to universities if you ask them to. So we had Steve Fox come all the way from, he's in Chicago. He flew all the way out to San Jose, California to do a presentation to talk about Formula SAE. Look at our project, or look at our shop, look at our resources, look at our car, and gave us feedback. And that's available free feedbacks. And there are a number of universities that specifically focus on formula. Here's a tool we developed for the College of Business. We wanted to, you guys mentioned how this is a multidisciplinary competition. You could make it all engineering, but why? Why make it hard for yourself? We call this BU, whether you're in the College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Humanities and Arts. We looked at our curriculum and saw how can we enable our students in these different colleges to get involved with our project. So we developed this BU United project. We actually won first place in a business competition for this idea. Is to create a multidisciplinary, more interactive, and more engaged community within the college. So identify those. We actually included our sponsors in here because they're a huge part of this. You say SAE International, you guys, your school here, and the different projects you guys are working on. So there's just a template you guys might want to develop and sell this whenever you're presenting an interest. Maintain communication. We talked about the importance of face-to-face. I think it's more important or more effective than face-to-face. Yeah, you'll have newsletters, emails, those are great tools and everything. Face-to-face is always good. This picture right here was actually when I went to San Jose State a couple months ago. This was a high faculty that I was there, getting our mail, getting our parts, and then this one is there. Here's the website. How many of you guys have websites versus Facebook account? Show of hands. Okay, so you guys are all continuing with that. Okay. Now make sure you keep that stuff constant and up to date. Make flyers, and anyone who helps, make sure you maintain communication with them. Here is our monthly newsletter. Spent a lot of time on this. You guys might not have the capabilities to do it, but I started these off of Microsoft Word. And this is our first year. I didn't know what to do. I knew we were doing great things, but this ended up being like a full-fledged published 10 to 12 page spread. But we identified our sponsors. We gave a little blurb about them, what they did, and these were all live things that we made digital. This is competition results. This is done for our SAE International Student Chapter, so we got to share all the fun activities that we did. Adam mentioned the Motor Trend Auto Show. Make sure you use that venue. Actually, the NAIS one here is held by one Motor Trend, so it's a little harder to get involved. Transfer knowledge. Have peer mentors. If you're graduating, make sure you have one or two guys underneath your wings to carry them forward when you're gone. Because I know there are a few seniors here, but you got to make sure that they know the knowledge you have so they can continue the legend of your team. All the information that you gather, make sure you transfer that to the faculty advisors, whether you like them or not. They're going to be there long after you guys leave. Your alumni, we talked about documenting a lot. This right here was San Jose State's second or third team in 1991 or 92. It actually came out to MIS and faced third in powertrain competition. So 17 years later, we came out with our first year team in 2009 where we competed about what we still do at MIS. Maintain your relationships, make sure you properly display and act. Imagine these are all your sponsors right here. If you have shirts, if you don't, if you have good ideas, let's try to have your sponsors buy the shirts. And make sure you you go. Here, relationships within your school, you start there doing presentations like we're doing at your campus. The top right one is one at a Motor Trend Auto Show. I actually have a list of all the auto shows that are going through Motor Trend throughout the country. And they say, hey, we love working with SAE teams to display their product. We love what it is that they do. You guys want that list I had, but I don't know how many Motor Trend shows that are out here to show. Here is our dean of college. She uses us as a poster child of the school. All the work she's seen throughout the year. At first, it's hard to establish. You know, we have Central Michigan here. It's hard to establish at first because you guys aren't ready yet. You talk all this talk. Now show us something. You put it, you're persistent, you're hardworking, and this is what happens. Mr. Don Beal, he's a donor of the school. He actually donated $10,000 to our SAE International Student Chapter, and then we have a street. But we have all the documentation, we have everything that we've done throughout the years, 2 years, and we're able to share that, make sure that we maintain a relationship and get that money later on when we need it. You're talking about maintaining relationships. You guys have done all this work, you talk to so many people, make sure you don't forget about them. You mentioned earlier about how you properly convey your things, how often, when should we do it. We developed this, a certificate of appreciation, yeah, small, but this is, again, I made this all type of software, you guys can do the same thing. So make a little template, we match it with the colors of the school, just basically their appreciation. You put their name, you have your team sign it, or your team lead, or whoever sign it. So that's just a small thank you that you can give to them. It doesn't have to be fancy like the back of the picture on it. I'm sure they appreciate all this. And you'll see these things that are put on their desk and people in the office. You can do something like that. Recruiting. But here are just a few things that we mentioned about our whole presentation. You invite all majors, all members to join at any time over the year. Make sure you invite respect to their values and their opinions. Participate in campus events. This is just a list of things that you guys can do. When we're here, you guys always email us for any other activities that you might want to get involved in. Encourage new ideas out of the box, not thinking. Kind of like that BUB United thing. You guys have a clear palette to do whatever it is you want. This is one of the only motorsports competitions that you're free to do anything. People have the restrictor and some of the safety guidelines. But you guys are free to design, you guys are free to be really creative. I mean, just look at the 3 different schools that we have here. Keep that in mind. You can be as creative with that as with your marketing, with your time management, with your structure, although we recommend the pyramid type. But you guys have a lot of creativity and freedom here. We should take advantage of that. Here are just some flyers. You guys do flyers around campus, post them around, like a billboard and stuff. I can get a show of hands. It's not enough. I think the whole, you guys all could do something that was simple. You guys got to update once. We didn't have time. Actually, we were up here last night preparing some of these slides to run. But you can use these as templates. More retention stuff, involvement without being open order. Make sure you give proper assignments to their capabilities. We talked about mentorships, peer mentors, doing workshops and things like that. And give empowerment ownership of projects. That's making brackets, making spaces, making little things instead of the more challenging things. Don't micromanage. Try not to at least, because it doesn't really work as effective as giving empowering the actual students to get that about us. Of course, if they're not hitting their deadlines, if they're not working with the team, if they're not communicating, then move forward and handle that task yourself. If I get rolling and Matt back up, I'll take my time, so this is a conclusion, so we're really open up to any questions that you may have. But before we do that, today we just want to remind you what we went over. Establishing a team, whether you're a new team or having established a new guys here. Defining the project, it's the basics. It's all high-level stuff. There's a lot more to it than just this hour presentation that we just presented to you guys. Make sure you use your resources wisely.